Oh, okay,
Yeah,
yeah. When you turn on the earphone, that yeah, this sort of things happen. So how doing? How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I just came back from outside like 30 minutes back, like when you messaged, so that's when I came back. Just did some groceries. That's pretty much all. Yeah,
Mm. Uh,
that's today.
yeah. One thing I really like about you is you're always chilled, very chilled.
Yeah,
So,
I try to be, keyword try to be positive, like around people, smiling all the time. Even when I'm like angry at people, I try to be like smiling so that even when I'm angry, they feel nice that I'm at least smiling and then being angry.
oh yeah. So like, how was your day today? Like,
Oh, it was nice. I had the day off, so
mm,
a pretty chill day, woke up late. What about you? It must be, I think it's Sunday there, right?
yeah, it's Sunday here.
Oh, nice, nice.
Sunday, it's, early in the morning, so
Yeah.
6:15.
Oh, nice,
Uh,
nice.
so, like, even you studied on Fanshawe, right? So, how has your like life been till now in Fanshawe and Canada as a whole?
So I would say it was pretty nice before the pandemic. I think it was the best before the pandemic because we actually went to the college and had the college experience. A lot of the students coming in now, they don't have the same college experience because they're taking virtual classes. I had a good experience. My professors were nice. Uh, my courses were really nice. My programs were nice. I was lucky enough to have great classmates, and like most of us are still friends. Some of us are not, but like most of us are still friends. And I had a great time, honestly. London, I didn't like London that much, so that's one thing. It's way too small for me. It's way too small
Okay.
for me. Yeah. But it's a nice city. It's nice for, I think, newcomers because it's not that big, so it doesn't look scary. Because Toronto is very scary. Like, it's way too big. It takes like 2 hours from point A to point B at times.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So, where from basically?
Oh, I'm from India. I'm from Gurgaon.
Gurgaon. Okay. Oh,
Yeah. Where
I've
are
I've
you
heard like
from?
I'm from Nepal, Kathmandu,
Ah, nice,
right?
nice.
I've been to Bangalore, and I've toured Manali, Goa. They're all very nice places.
Yeah,
Delhi.
they're really nice. Oh,
Mm.
so my house is very close to Delhi. I
Yeah.
went to
Okay.
Delhi University.
Mm. So I spent 4 to 5 years there. So
Okay.
I've heard one thing about Gurgaon. Like
Uh-huh.
people from Gurgaon are really like very sweet. Gur ki tarah.
Oh, nice. I usually don't hear good things about
Yeah.
like Haryanvis in general. So this is the first time I'm hearing something nice. So thank you so much for that.
So like I've really heard good things. So like coming back to Canada,
Mhm.
like how did you when you landed in Canada? Like, what were the things that you carried, and what were like things that you advise the future international students to not carry from their homes?
I would say pretty much don't carry like food. I don't know why people like, especially on YouTube, people ask all these new students to pack a lot of food, bring so much Maggie, bring so much kurkure, bring masala, bring this, bring that. You get everything here. Like if you want to bring something, like get a cooker or like a kadhai because if you want like an Indian cooker, it's expensive here. So it makes
Mm,
sense to get a cooker from India. But all these food, edible items, if you want to get like a few for the first few days, like 3 packets of Maggie, whatever, or like 2, 3 packets of kurkure, it's fine. But don't get like bags full of food. I don't know why
okay.
people do that. I've seen so many people doing it. It's just I don't know why. You get everything here. There are special like Indian stores. There's like even a Nepali store in London. There's a Nepali store, and
Mm.
then there are like stores for African cuisines. There's stores for specifically Italian cuisine. So you'll find everything here. Just don't get anything food wise, and no winter clothes, please. If you're coming in winters, I get it, but if you're not coming in winters, you don't need those immediately. Just buy them here.
So, and what are things that we need to carry? Like anything specific?
Honestly, like just very
Yeah.
general things. Like just get some clothes. Um, I would say like if you're an Indian, or I think any South Asian person get a cooker because you won't, it's expensive here. So it's better to get it from there. Get clothes, get stationery if you want, get things that you really like. I personally brought a lot of like books and journals for me and pens like colors and all because I'm into art. So bring things that you like. It does, you'll get everything here. Don't have the misconception that you don't get things here. Don't get blankets because you'll get blankets and comforters here. It's Canada, guys. They have things here.
So, so like one thing I've really heard about is the flat pin uh, chargers.
Oh
You know.
yeah, that's one thing. So I carried one of those for my laptop and my phone charger. But eventually, when I got a phone here, so I don't need that pin anymore. But you can get that
Okay.
here as well. In case you forgot it, you can get that here. And if you're going to Fanshawe, there's a store inside the college where you get all of this stuff. You get electronics, you get papers, pens, stationery, like all of the stuff over there.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So like after you land in Canada, like what are the things that you need to do? First things that you need to do, like the rooms arrangement.
Yeah.
Do you have to like do it before we come there
No.
or
Never do it before. People get scammed that way. So
okay?
so how to do it is basically when you come, the first thing that you need to do is get your SIN. If even if you don't get it like in the first few days, it's fine. I got mine 1 week after I landed. Some people get it on the airport itself. So you don't need to worry about it. It's pretty easy. The process is very easy. You can apply for it online, or you can go
Mm,
to a Service Ontario location, or so a Service
mm,
Canada location and get it there. Or some of us might be lucky enough to get it at the airport, so you don't have to go anywhere. And at some colleges, people from Service Canada come, like at Fanshawe, they come during the first week of college to give SINs to new international students. So SIN
okay.
is the first thing, and then bank account. So I think a lot of countries have the GIC policy. So whichever bank you have your GIC in, could be Scotia Bank, could be CIBC, could be any other bank. I don't know which other banks.
Uh,
Like ICICI does GIC. So open your bank account so you can access your funds in GIC. Get some cash or like a Forex card from your home country too, just in case you need some money, you need to spend some money, you need to buy things. So get that. Um, and what else? College ID, that's very important, and a bus card. So as soon as you like reach your college city, get your college ID because my college ID was also my bus pass. So it was like
mm,
crucial for me because I had to travel, I had to buy things, I had to use the bus. So that's another thing. So bank, and then go to your bank and do everything. And that's all. I think these are the first few things. And for a a room and a place where to live, never do it from your home city. Like people get scammed. They'll show you pictures like this is what you'll get, this is how much you'll
yeah,
pay, it's so cheap. But when you come here, it's shit. I don't know what else to say. A lot of people get scammed.
yeah, cool. So what about the like when you buy a bus pass, right?
Hmm.
What's the price or what's the
It's
range? Like you
different.
get monthly
It's
or weekly
different.
or
It's
yearly?
different in each city. So London, you can get like a monthly pass. You can So in London, it's very different. You get a monthly pass. You don't get a pay per trip. If you want a ticket, you can get tickets. Those will be like per trip, and you'll get a transfer ticket for every ticket that you put in. Or you can get the pass. So pass can be from anywhere like $80 to $120 approximately, give or take. And in Toronto, it's very different because you get a Presto card, and that
Mm,
Presto card is valid around GTA. So in Toronto, in Brampton, in Mississauga, in Vaughan region, in
mm,
Scarborough. So all of these transits, they accept Presto. So you can get a Brampton pass if you want, specifically from Brampton, or you can get a Mississauga pass if you want, if you travel to Mississauga very often, or you can pay per trip. You can load money into the card and then pay per
yeah,
trip. And passes also, I think a Brampton pass is anywhere from again $90 to 120, $130. That's like the average for all the passes.
okay.
Yeah.
So like is there any app like Paytm in there?
So you can do all of the transfers from your bank account app itself. So Scotiabank, like they have e-transfer here. So if I have to send my friend some money for things that we bought earlier today, we have to split the cost. Then they can just give me their email ID, and then I can send the money to their email ID, and then it gets
Mm,
transferred, and then they can accept the money from their email ID to their bank account. So
mm.
we don't have to like get third-party apps. Everything is in the bank app itself. Yeah,
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
yeah.
So yeah. So what about health insurance? How do
So
you like
for
rate?
me, till college, we had insurance through college. It was called
Mm,
More Care, and we had a clinic inside the college itself that accepted More Care. So I never had to pay for any doctor visits or even medicine was cheaper because of the health insurance that we
insurance.
had. Yeah, it was valid till the time I was in college. So my course ended in August. So I had my insurance till August, and I was done. And then after that, you can get the OHIP card once you're in work permit, but I still haven't applied for it yet. I have to get it. But as soon as you finish 6 months of working here, you can just apply for it and you can get it. But you'll have to go to a physical location to get it. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Or
like
you can also buy insurance, like third party insurances, but then you need to have the government health card to buy
mm,
the insurance too. So you can't really buy insurance until you
oh,
have the government health card. Yeah.
like that means like PR or something like that.
No, no, you just need the health card. That's all.
Health card.
Anybody can have the health card. Like, so I'm on work permit. I have to just like get it. I can get it, but because I
Mm.
work from 9 to 5, I just don't get time to
Oh,
go to
I
the
get that.
office and get it. Yeah, because their offices are closed on every second Saturday, I think, or something, and then we
Yeah.
don't wake up that early on weekends, so just
Yeah.
doesn't match the schedule.
Uh, so like as an international student, like what are the like monthly expenses? Like the expenses. How do you budget?
It was very different during, I think everything was way cheaper when I came here and everything is way more expensive now. I think when I came, the rent for my room was like about $450, which is very cheap in London now because all the rooms now are like $500. It's like a private room. And if you're
Per
sharing
week.
room, it's per
Per
month.
week. Right?
Per
Per month.
month.
Okay.
It was very cheap for like that time. Even now, it's if you get a room for 450, it's nice. And my
Mm,
house was nice. It was 20 minutes from college, like walking, and 5 minutes from bus. And the
mm.
grocery store was like 2 minutes distance. So everything was great. And the rent was cheap. Then you have your phone bill. I used to pay, I think, $50 initially before I got like a phone contract. And then depending on which phone you get, your monthly phone price, phone bill depends. Then it depends if your college is giving you a bus pass or not. So Fanshawe gave us the bus pass. It was included in our fees. Some colleges don't do that, so you'll have to get the
Oh,
bus pass as well. Then
oh.
groceries. I think me and my housemate, we used to split groceries between us. So we used to cook together, that's why. So it was anywhere between $200 to $250 each month, approximately.
So it's like 750
Easily
or
750 easily a month.
8. So
And that's
let's
like not including any additional like going out with friends or buying candles or buying books or anything miscellaneous. This is
very
just
very
like,
tight.
yeah, yeah, but this is very
Surviving,
tight
surviving.
space. Yeah. So I think if you include all of it, at least like $1,000 is for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're like
So
living
like
comfortably and going out and getting things, like if you consider everything, then it's $1,000. That's how much I did.
I'm drinking and everything.
Yeah.
Like so like to cover their expenses, like
Mhm.
what are the jobs that you find as an international student, like very early on,
So I
or
got my job like 4 months after I landed. I was
mm,
applying, but I got it like in August. You can
mm,
get jobs at a lot of people get jobs at Walmart or all these grocery stores, Real Canadian Superstore or Food Basics. So grocery stores are a great place to get jobs. A lot of my friends worked at restaurants, McDonald's. My both of my housemates worked at McDonald's. And then
Mm,
some of us can also get college jobs. So there are on-campus jobs. There are
mm,
students who work 20 hours. If you work off campus, you can only work 20 hours a week. And if you work on campus, you can work up to 40 hours a week.
mm,
I worked at a mobile store and I worked about 15 hours, give or take, a week. And
mm.
I worked till March 2020, and then coronavirus happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you survive in those times? Like, did they like pay you something or some anything?
So there were benefits, but I was not eligible for it because they didn't give me like enough hours. So we needed
Mm,
to have at least 5,000 income in the year before it. So I didn't have 5,000 because I got a job in August, and then till
mm,
August till December I didn't get earn 5,000. So I
uh,
wasn't eligible for the government benefits, but my friend did get government benefits. So if you earn that much, and there were more eligibility requirements, if you basically went through all of it and you were eligible, you could get up to $2,000 each month. So like $500 each week.
like,
It was through the
how did you
government.
do it?
It was through the
Yeah.
government.
Okay. So like,
Yeah, so
how are you like,
you
not
need to
eligible, and how
no,
are your
so yeah,
friends eligible?
thankfully like family help and then I had savings from before and then friends. So everything
Mm,
was like my family helped me. Like I'm blessed to have
mm,
like a great family. But then it went for like 2, 3 months. Then I got my job, like a new job in August, anyways. So it was like a few months, survived on savings, and then I got my tax return in June. So I used that money.
mm. So like, do they like send you home, or you have to go and take it? Tax return.
Like, no, so it gets deposited in your bank account directly.
Okay.
You just need to fill. So I didn't even do my bank. I didn't even
Wow.
fill my own tax return. I just so you can just ask any CA and you can just give them all your documents, whatever you have for your tax, and then they will calculate all your tax for you. They'll take like $35, $40, and then they'll file it for you. You'll get a notification on your CRE that you filed a
Mm,
tax return, it's been assessed, or you'll get an express NOA, and then you'll get the
mm,
actual NOA. It gives you how much you'll get the tax return, and then it tells you how you'll get it back. So if you haven't set a direct deposit up on your CRE account, you'll get it through a
mm.
check, and it will be mailed to you on your address.
Oh,
Or you can
that's very
set up
good.
a direct deposit. Yeah, it's very convenient that.
Yeah. Because in my country, like, they just they took taxes when this whole lockdown thing was going on.
Yeah.
So we had to, yeah, man, it
You
was
had to
quite
like
difficult.
go and you had to physically go there. Or did you do it
Yeah,
online?
because they lifted the
Oh,
lockdown whenever it was time to pay tax.
oh,
They're very, very clever.
very
So
clever.
yeah, exactly. When it was trying to work, we didn't have salaries, and we needed to pay tax. That was quite a situation. When I've heard it is this, that's very good system.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. Yeah, they did a
awesome.
lot of things, a lot of good things. Even I felt sick uh I think in 2020 November for a week and a half, I got cold and fever, so I thought it's COVID. I self-isolated, so I couldn't work for 2 weeks. At that time,
Mm,
I got the sickness benefit. So there was another government initiative. So people who
mm,
are having symptoms of COVID because at that time testing wasn't as accessible and
mm,
vaccines didn't even exist at that time. So it was just very difficult for people to get tested and get test results in like a few days or a few weeks. So it
mm.
was just easier to self-isolate and get the government benefit. So I just self-isolated for 2 weeks because I had a sore throat and cold and
Oh,
didn't work. So had the government benefit thankfully. So about 450 I think each month, each week, sorry, when I was
mm.
not working, and then I
Oh,
went back to my job.
wow, that's nice. That's very
Yeah,
nice. So like, how do you get a mobile SIM card? Is it there in the airport itself?
sorry,
The SIM
mobile
card?
SIM card. Y-
Yeah.
I think they have it at the airport. I didn't get mine at the airport. I got mine in London from the store itself. So
Mm,
because I did a Airbnb, so my college did a motel for us to stay in for
mm,
free. for students, you just had to like fill a form to get it. And so a Freedom mobile store was very close, thankfully. So I just went there and got the SIM on the first day itself.
Oh, so
Yeah.
everything's close.
Yeah, it's very, I don't know why a lot of people get scared, and I get it because it's a new environment. But
Yeah.
if you keep an open mind to it, and if you're curious, if you're like adventurous, it's a nice thing. Because I had a lot of fun like during my first week. I was like, I felt like Dora the Explorer at that time. I was like, it's a new place. I'm exploring everything. It's the first time I was seeing everything. So just need to keep an open mind, I think.
So just like you need to be like, just while talking to you, you're like very chilled, very open-minded. Just I can feel it, to be quite honest.
Thank you.
So did you get your driving license?
Oh,
Oh,
I
oh no.
don't think I will. I'm very scared of driving. A lot of my friends tease me for it. Like, hey, like
Mm,
it's been almost 3 years, you've not even gotten your license. Uh,
mm,
I am just delaying. I don't know why I'm just delaying because I don't think I will ever drive. It's just a personal thing. I don't feel like
yeah,
driving. I would
yeah,
rather
that's
take
good.
the bus or just take an Uber and go somewhere rather than getting into the car and then like paying so much insurance, paying for parking. Especially if you live in the GTA, you have to pay some anywhere like $50, $300 each month for parking if for your house also, and then insurance on your car, and then your car cost itself each month. It adds up. So I don't have
Yeah,
that much money. I would rather just like pay the Uber or take the bus. Thankfully, I have
yeah. So
friends who drive, so I just go with them.
that's very cool. Like one thing I've really noticed about you is like you're very chilled, very open, but at the same time you don't care about what people think about you as well.
Yeah,
So
like
yeah, it was good
why
for you.
care? Yeah, I mean, it's not something that I had to work on it. So when you come here, you're in a new environment. I was not like this when I came here. I was very quiet. I was in my shell. I was in my cocoon. Like, of course, curious and everything, but still in my cocoon. But
Mm,
with time, you just realize Canada is a very open country. They accept
mm,
people as they are.
mm.
Like even in India, there's like a lot of things people don't accept. People give the side eye or they're like, that's
We get it.
not right. You should not dress like that or this or
I
whatever.
get that.
People here don't care. So like you can do whatever you want. So that makes like me happy. That makes me feel like, hey, if people don't care, then I can do whatever I want. I can say whatever I want. I can wear like just basically be myself and nobody will care. So there's less fear of judgment. There's less anxiety about it.
Yeah, it's like even though I know driving, but I still don't want to own a car right now.
Yeah.
It's because I
It
just
takes
more
effort to like
comfortable.
drive.
Yeah,
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 it takes
exactly,
effort.
exactly. I can like go listen to some podcast,
Yeah,
do some of my work while I'm at bus. So I heard, so that's why I really don't want to buy a car and
yeah.
drive or ride a bike.
And
So
then you have to pay for the car. Like that's the worst thing.
yeah,
Like you have to drive and you have to pay. It's better if you just like pay and get an Uber.
yeah.
It's the
So
same
yeah,
thing, like cost analysis.
yeah, please. You and me are like almost the same
Yeah, yeah.
in that matter. So yeah, like in Nepal, like there's huge tax on car as well. So
Oh
why
yeah, they have
why?
tax on cars here too. Like there's so many additional costs to getting a car, and then like after you get a car, some people get like tints for their windows, seat covers, this, that. Those are like additional costs that you don't even count initially while buying it.
So can you tell me more about the mobile buying that package or something like?
They all depend. So there are a lot of companies like Rogers, there's Virgin Mobile, there's Bell, there's Chatter, there's Freedom, there's Telus, there's Kudo. Those are all the ones that I know. I
Mm,
got a Freedom SIM card because it that was the closest store and it was cheap. It didn't cost as much. Rogers, Telus, and Bell, their plans can start anywhere from like 80 to $85, and Freedom it's like $50 for the same amount of data for the same things almost. So yeah, and then you can get your phone like the phone thing. It depends which phone you get. So each month. I think you get a 24-month contract. Now the phones are not like locked to your carrier so you can change it midterm. But earlier they were locked to your carrier. But now you can get them unlocked and yeah, so I got the new phone from Freedom and
Mm.
it's a 24-month contract and I pay each month like the unique amount, whatever it is. I just don't feel comfortable like revealing
No,
how
no
much
problem.
I
No problem. Just
pay. So yeah, it's
but
like a
just
rough amount. It's like
approximate.
120 to
No,
150 dollars.
yeah,
Up
it's no.
between
Yeah.
that, yeah, between that.
Okay. So what I meant was why we like if you want to change midway, you know, the phones.
I
I've
mean,
always
some
wanted to have
yeah,
something.
but
What do
you
you
get
do
a
then? You
2 year
change.
contract. I mean, I don't see why anybody would change because 2 years is like a good time to keep one phone. So
Uh,
you get a 2 year contract. If you want to change midterm, you can change midterm. They'll give you,
mm,
so you'll have to pay whatever's remaining on the contract. So for example, if you want to change your phone 18 months in, there's still
mm,
6 months of contract left. So they'll charge you all the 6 months at once, basically.
mm.
That's what will happen. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like a cancel, and on top of that, they'll give you a cancellation fee.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's most people don't even change, but if you change, yeah, that's how you'll do
yeah.
it. Pay a lot of money.
That's what I really wanted. Like, what's
Yeah.
difference between like in India, like buying a phone in India and buying a
Oh,
phone
I
there?
don't think
You
a few years back,
know?
I didn't even know that you could finance your phone. I didn't even know that if like that existed, that you can finance your phone through like the mobile carrier itself. Like, I mean, you can
What's
get it
fine?
through. Oh, financing. So I didn't pay for my phone at once. I didn't just give the money and buy it. So I pay for
Uh,
it each month.
mm,
So it comes with my
okay.
mobile bill. So the cost of my phone and my phone plan, both of them
Uh,
come on the mobile bill.
okay.
So like I got the contract on my phone. So for 24 months, this phone
Mm,
is binded with freedom basically.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's so. Like, what are the skills that that you learned before coming to Canada? Is there anything important that we must learn?
I think just having the basic communication skills, first of all, I think that's very important because if you are not able to communicate with people around you, tell them what
Mm,
you want, tell them what you need. And I don't mean that in English, but just learn how to talk to people. That's
mm,
one of the things because if you're not talking to people or like asking the right questions, you won't get anywhere. That's the biggest thing, just communication skills, verbal, written as well. And that goes beyond your eyes like
yeah.
in day-to-day talking and day-to-day speaking, day-to-day writing. So communication skills is very important. Even for jobs, it's very important. That's the first thing they notice about you. Interviews, the first thing that they notice is how you speak, how you dress up. Uh, that's one thing. And then team building, that requires communication. At jobs, if you're working in Canada and you're a student, you most probably will work in a team environment or you'll be
Mm,
working alongside like other people for sure because you'll be working like at grocery stores or like in any stores, most probably stores or warehouses or factories. So you work with other people. You need to know how to talk to people.
yeah. So like, is there any way we can develop it?
I I used to watch and it sounds very like a lot of people say the same thing, but I used to watch a lot of English movies and English shows. I still do. That's
Mm,
one thing. And I used to read so many. I don't read anymore now, and like you can tell because I'm like taking so many pauses. But I used to read so much of books and poetry, just learn so many new things by reading.
mm,
I think if you read, it'll keep your mind sharp. Reading always keeps your mind sharp. So reading and then there's so many websites that help with this too. But it's made for IELTS. So if you want to practice like your English speaking, there's a website. I can't remember it. I just saw it. Somebody posted about it on their Instagram like a few days back.
yeah.
So there's this
Yeah.
website.
You
You can
can.
just like talk to people, and then
Mm,
they'll give you like feedback. So it's nice. Yeah,
oh, okay. You
that's
can share
and
it later in my
yeah.
DMs.
I'll find it and I can DM. Yeah,
Mm, yeah. So
but
that's
that's
cool.
probably it. And
Yeah.
like talk to your friends. Like talk to your friends too. That's one of the biggest thing. Talk to your friends around you. Like that's the easiest practice. That's the easiest way to develop communication. Talk to
Yeah.
them.
So like, what about the student union in there? Like,
I
what's
wasn't very involved with it. I have like not, I don't really have much idea about it because I kept
uh,
to my studies, I kept to my assignments. We didn't get much time apart from
mm,
my assignments to
mm,
engage myself in all of that. I used to vote. There were elections, I think, 2 times a year or something. I voted,
mm,
but didn't really, except for that, I didn't engage. I did volunteer for like a few occasions, but that's all. I think that's
like,
the extent for student union for me.
is it any good? Like, do they help?
Oh yeah,
Did
the
they help
events are
you?
nice. Yeah, the events
Mm,
are nice. So I met so many people during the event. So it helped me
mm,
develop my communication skills. So I had to, during my volunteers, I used to work at one of them was a concert where I had to talk to people and be like, don't do this, don't do this. I had to sit and just say no to people basically. You're not
yeah.
allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do this, please don't do this. Or I had to check their IDs on their what do you call it, the tickets and IDs that they're like Fanshawe students and they have the right tickets to enter. The other time I did this and the other event I had to call people to basically eat cookies. There was this school event and we just wanted to promote it. So eat cookies, please. We have cookies. Hey. So just talking to so many people, that's how you also develop. So it helped me like learned how to like talk to people. That's like communication is the biggest thing, I think. So just like if you learn it by any means, it's the best. Yeah.
um, like, sometimes you meet with bad people in there as well, right? Like
You do
troublesome people. So
all the time.
how all the time? Okay.
All the time.
Yeah.
For
How did
every
you?
person, you just have to
Yeah.
be optimistic. Honestly, you have to be optimistic. You'll
Yeah.
meet bad people. That's one thing you just need to know that there are bad people and you'll meet them. There's no way
Yeah.
you'll be an exception and not meet them. Everybody goes through like that experience. So just I would say try to be cautious of who you make your friends. But
Mm,
eventually, like situations come like this, but just try to distance yourself from anything, I would say,
mm,
suspicious. Don't get involved in the illegal things. That's rule number one,
okay.
how to like not get along with bad people. Um,
Mm,
Secondly, is just I think I try to stay in my college group itself. I didn't go to a lot
mm,
of parties. I didn't go to a lot of clubs or did all of that. So that's why I didn't really have a big group or that many bad people. But outside in outside world, you'll get bad people. Sometimes you have to just like ignore them totally. Just let them be. Sometimes they just are a little going through something or something has happened. So keep an open mind. But if they're just being mean to you, shut them off. You don't need that toxicity in your life. I think just knowing your worth is also important. Knowing what you want.
yeah.
Yeah. Just don't keep any
Um,
negativity in your life. That's what I do. I don't keep negativity.
that's cool. So now this one is like really out of bounds questions, something like
Yeah.
that. So
Okay.
can you like invest in crypto when you're as an international student in there?
I've never tried it, so I can't tell you. I've never
Okay,
even
no
tried
problem.
to. I tried to open a well simple app. I made the account, but
Mm,
I have zero knowledge about stocks or crypto or NFTs, so I didn't know like how to do it at all. The app wasn't as user friendly, so I just closed the account on the second year.
okay.
But you can do that. I know a lot of people who do it, so you can do that for sure. That I know.
Yeah. Because in Nepal, like we, in our country, it's illegal, still illegal. Like it's
Oh,
legal in India right now,
okay, okay.
but in
Because I
Nepal, it's
heard they
illegal.
did something in India about it. I'm not sure what, but like they did something. They have put some, I know they have put some restriction on crypto here too, but I don't know what exactly it is.
Yeah. Is there any like bad intake, like spring, fall, or bad time to come to Canada?
No, no, I came,
Not.
I came in May. Like the summer intake, people tell like summer intake's the smallest intake, you'll meet very less students, the college is empty. But I enjoyed my time. I was able to like take in the college when there were
Yeah.
less people. I was able to sit during like my breaks because when fall intake happens, there are like so many students around the college. You don't even get a chair to sit anywhere, so it gets very busy. So yeah, like I liked my time during the summer intake.
Mm.
I think all the intakes are good, but some programs are specifically for specific intakes. So just if your program is only in September intake, you can't do anything about it. So just take September intake. But if you have the option, just see like which weather you like. If it's during
Mm.
winter intake, it's just winter is very harsh, so you don't want to land right in winters. So try like
Oh,
summer or September. Yeah. So if you're not a winter person, just don't come during winter because
oh.
I don't like winters at all.
I get it. As coming from India, I get it.
Yeah, I don't like winters. I like summers and sun.
Uh, so like yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Like it was really nice talking to you. It's very
Yeah, it was
comfortable.
nice talking to you too. Yeah, I try to just be positive. I'm glad that you felt comfortable around me too.
Just from the setup itself, you're very chilled, very nice, very awesome. And till
Thank
now, till the
you.
end, very awesome.
Thank
Thank you very
you.
much for.
Not a problem,
Yeah,
Satya. Thank you. It was great talking to you as well.
thank you very much. So we'll hope to do another one if it makes sense. If
Yeah,
it,
sure.
thank you very much.
Perfect. Take care.
have,
Bye.
have a good night. Yeah, bye.
You as well. You have a great rest of the day. Take care. Bye.
So let's end it. What's not ending?